what's up everyone? My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and I am really excited about the 100 card historic brawl thing that they're doing. I really hope that stays around because it has been a blast, and this is another one of those. So we are playing Valentin, Dean of the Vein, or really we're playing Lisette, Dean of the Root as our commander. So Lisette is the side that matters more here. So 4 mana, 4/4. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 1. If you do, put a +++ encounter on each creature you control, and those creatures can trample until end of turn. So if we have a wide board of stuff and gain a little bit of life, we can pay 1 and all of a sudden everything gets to be a 2/2 or, bigger, and they have trample, which is a big deal. And the whole idea of this deck is that if we get to untap with Lisette on turn 5, we should be able to have ways to put 2 to 3 counters onto our creatures when we swing in. And hopefully we have, enough creatures to make it really good and worthwhile. And so we have a bunch of things like Night Market Lookout. So whenever it becomes tapped, so when it tacks into to swing in, opponent loses 1 life and we gain 1 life. That gains us a life to be able to pay 1 and put counters onto stuff before damage. We want as many things that gain us life before damage as possible. We do also have things like Banehound that just give us lifelink, which is nice, and life gain in general does help out our stuff, and we can maybe make this bigger or something like that, or just sacrifice it, swing into something just to grow our entire team. It's still a worthwhile play, but the main idea here is that we want to be growing our team with Lisette like crazy, and hopefully doing it as fast as possible. The issue is that it does have a big target on its back, but we have enough good stuff in this deck anyway that it's not necessary to have Lisette, but we have lots of things that this works really well with. There's tons of really cool combos or synergies with this, like Incubation Druid just needs to have a +++ encounter on it to be able to add extra mana. This is a way that we can put counters onto that for 1 mana. All of a sudden we have tons of mana and be able to activate Incubation Druid more. There's a lot of just cool things that add mana at the beginning of upkeep. Sanctum Stone Fangs will deal 1 to them, gain us 1 life. Fountain of Renewal, gain 1 life at upkeep. Cauldron of Familiar, being able to gain life and sacrifice with Witch's Oven. Witch's Oven by itself is still good enough. By sacrificing another creature, being able to have a food to gain life and pump up the team is still a decent play. So like I like the cool things you can do with Lisette, especially going to historic and what we're doing here. And so lots of really cool things to do. Great henge, just everything in here in general. So we have quite a bit of ramp. So let's go ahead and look at the ramp that we have in the deck. And this is one of the cool things about this is that you can actually check out just the things you have. So if you type in add, that typically finds all the things that will add ramp to. I don't have like cultivate in this or whatever, or explore, or actually it does have explore anyway, but we have about 17 ways, 15 to 17 ways to ramp up. And so we're able to go down a little bit on lands. I still have 32 just because I wanted to make sure that we're doing that. But honestly, I probably could jump down a little bit. 100 card decks is a little bit weird. Like I think you start out around 36, 35. And then based off of how much ramp you have, you start going down, ticking down. So I could probably bring this down to 30. But a lot of the creatures that we have, we actually aren't necessarily wanting to only use as ramp. We're wanting them as creatures to be attacking and do stuff. That's kind of the nice thing about having our creatures. Like Gilded Goose creates food tokens, which can gain us life, can attack in for everything, and it's good. And so 32, I think, is the right number of lands that we have here for this. Show you guys the amount of removal that I have, about 16 as well, I think, is removal pieces that we have to find ways that we can destroy stuff. This is just destroy, so there's some extra things in there as well. But anyway, that's I'm just kind of show you guys the basic idea of this deck, that we have things that can attack and gain us life. Elder Gargaroth, when it attacks in, it gains life before damage is dealt, which is really, really nice. Thragtusk enters the battlefield, gains us life, can replace itself. Vorinclex we have in the deck as well. We have Winding Constrictor to make sure that we're doubling counters when we're attacking in, and then having Lisette to give the whole team trample is really, really huge. The only thing we're not really doing, which is kind of surprising, is we're not doing any tokens. That is a whole other way that we could go about this deck, is just trying to build up tokens, trying to find ways to make that work. But I decided to try to go different ways. We also have infinite combo loop with Dina Soul Steeper or Veto Thorn to Duskrose and Exquisite Blood. And so that's pretty fun that we do have that infinite loop. Anytime that we gain life, they deal damage. Then when they lose life, we gain that much life, Exquisite Blood. So we don't have any way to tutor up Exquisite Blood. I was debating on bringing in like 1 Grim Tutor just to have like alternate copies of that card. If you guys want to play more combo version, that's a way to do it. I think squeezing in 1 copy Grim Tutor to find Exquisite Blood or Veto or anything like that to have a combo in the deck is nice. But when you're playing 1-on-1, I don't think you need it as much. I think it's more of like, if we run into it, great. Otherwise, we're trying to just interact as much as possible and try to beat down with creatures. And the nice thing is that this deck gains lots of life, and so we can slow the game down, hopefully quite a bit, and that's good. And so that's the deck, guys. Let's go and jump into it, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. All right, up against Dark Morthon, and decent hand. I would like more lands, but we have a tap land for turn 1, which is fine. We don't have anything else to play, and then into Arcane Signet or Lotus Cobra, which I think is probably Arcane Signet. So keep this. This is nice, but no forest. So we'll see how this ends up going. We can play out creatures. We have ways to gain life, and we have a Valentin. So good stuff all around. Play this out tapped. Pass the turn. Up against Nikki B. It's a little bit terrifying, not gonna lie. Yeah, so we're really never playing out the Valentin side unless like Lisette is off the table and it's just like a million to cast because of the commander cost, and then we end up casting Valentin instead of that. Like that's the only time we'll ever do that. Memory lapse. That's annoying. If we had a land in hand, that wouldn't be as brutal, but now it's very brutal. Because now we're playing nothing else but that. Oof. Pass the turn. Yeah, that's the best they probably could have gotten with that memory lapse because of that. Let's go ahead and play Lotus Cobra. Play land and then ooze. Add green. Excuse me. So expecting board wipes and bad things. I mean, it's still 100 cards. Like the consistency should be less than it was before. At least how good the things were that you could find consistently. I like this format. I'm really excited to see how it goes. I've never played the same deck twice yet, and so that's cool stuff. Let's get rid of. If we hit land, we have Nissa. Casualties of War is great. Great Henge is even better. I think it's fine Finality we don't care about here. Yeah, that's definitely it. Any creatures in this? Didn't hit much there. Well, we get to play Lisette at least. So, you guys swing here. Play out Lisette. Pass the turn. No creatures for Scavenging Ooze. We are close to Great Henge, close to Nissa. Lots of close things. The nice thing about Great Henge is that we can tap and then use it right away. Casualties of War or Doomblade. I think it's Doomblade. A board wipe here is brutal, by far. Bloodchief's Thirst, okay. Yeah. Take action. Now Great Henge is really far away. Maelstrom Pulse. Alright, well, let's attack Nikki B. Alright, we at least get to kill him. Not hitting a land here. Oh man, I was saying that I felt like the amount of lands I had was okay, but now I'm recognizing how wrong I was. Awesome. Yes. Ugin. Well, I guess we Maelstrom Pulse the Ugin. And we'll find a land eventually. Don't you worry about it. We'll do that thing. It probably is worth bringing Ugin the Ineffable into every single deck. I didn't have it in this one. And honestly, it's really good. It destroys stuff. It creates a wide board for us to put stuff on. It's card draw. Other color spells we might have are less. It's everything good about it is there. Yeah, discard the Heartless Act. I know this is like, keep it on the Casualties of War, but we need to interact with Planeswalkers. And so play the forest out. We get an extra land, which is nice. Extra mana, I mean. I can play out Lisette as well, but let's see, actually, can I play Casualties now? Yeah, let's do that. All right, so target creature, target Planeswalker, target land. So target creature, So they don't have a lot of blue or red, but I think blue is more important for them. So get rid of Drowned Catacombs. Yeah, Drowned Catacombs and Nikki B. Okay. They get to draw a card. We get attack in. Not in fantastic shape for sure, but with the amount of cards they have in their hand, it's a little bit terrifying. They have a lot more lands or mana than we do too. At the same time, though, with Arcane Signet now, they're at what, 6 and we're at 5. So I mean, like, we're doing okay. Nikki B, yeah, we get rid of Great Henge. Although that's our one way to draw cards. We just can't play it anytime soon, right? So nope. Putrefy. They hit land, they have Nicol Bolas online, so we have to get rid of this guy now. There wasn't a way that we could cast both. If we had hit a land, we could have played Nissa, untapped a Black Source, and Putrefy, something like that, but it's fine. Phyrexian Arena, okay. All right, play Nissa, untap Skemfar, I believe. Oh, brutal. Nice. All right, well, hopefully Liliana survives. Yeah, 2 cards a turn. Yeah, we had all the right interaction at the right time so far, which is a really good thing to do and have. But now they have all the cards and we have nothing, and that's just bad stuff. Now, let's go ahead and kill the Chandra. Phyrexian Arena is potentially the better thing to hit there. But if we don't have a way to interact with that soon, we're in lots and lots of trouble. All right, pass the turn. I mean, this Lotus Cobra is doing work. So is this. Yeah, keep losing life. Keep drawing cards that don't do enough. Liliana is a really good card draw for us if we can hit a land. Gains a life. Cold Steel Heart. Oh, I don't know why I'm not playing Cold Steel Heart as well. Yeah, that should go into every single deck here. All right, swing at Liliana, let them draw a card here, and then Eldest Reborn. I mean, it's the best thing that we got. So, Eldest Reborn, kill the Liliana. We're staying in the game just a little bit. What are we wanting to take here? Gonti could be interesting for some card draw. Ugin is nice. Liliana's probably the best one. To an extent. The creatures could end up not dying. They have lots of exile in their stuff here. Nikki B. Yeah, we end up exiling this Liliana because we can get their other one anyway, so it doesn't matter as much. Come on, land. Let us play a Dean or something here. Ismari Command. To target non-creature permanent on top of its owner's library, so we can give them back their Nicol Bolas. I could also give myself an Eldest Reborn. I don't want them to shuffle their graveyard into library. I can also grab a Nissa, though, and that's fine. So if I did put their graveyard back... Gaining 7 life isn't the absolute worst. But yeah, getting the Eldest Reborn just to have ability to take care of Nicol Bolas is a way to deal with it. Let's see what else deals with that. Ugin does. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and search. So I think we put their stuff on top, put Nicol Bolas on top of their library. And then force them to shuffle? No. That is a way to get rid of their... Actually, once it goes into the library, they have a chance to, I think, put it back into their command zone instead. So let's go ahead and search our library for something. So, Nicol Bolas. Elder Gargaroth is something that we could play. They have an answer for it with Nicol Bolas, so it doesn't help a ton. A ramp spell could be interesting. Veto could be interesting. Something that can destroy a planeswalker, Murderous Rider, something like that could be nice. It doesn't really help us a ton, but it's a play. We'd have to... They can come in and make us exile something as well, though. Let's grab Murderous Rider. I think that... Let's see if they end up playing the Nicol Bolas. We already have an answer for it. We can exile this and then grab the Ugin and take care of the Nicol Bolas. Man, we just have missed so many land drops. It's ridiculous how many we've lost. Yeah, so discard something. It's actually Murderous Rider that we get rid of. We get the Ugin, we -3 on it. There shouldn't be any interaction in between that unless it's a disallow or a way to get rid of this Eldest Reborn. Yeah, Ugin the Ineffable, I believe, gives us enough value. Nicol Bolas dies. We can start making tokens. Eventually kill Phyrexian Arena or any other thing. Yeah, so hopefully they don't have a stop the ability. That'd be bad. Kefnet goes to the graveyard. All right, Ugin the Ineffable. If they take care of this, I think we're done. I don't really know a way that we can come back. Like we're so far behind with card draw, everything like that. Like, they're just dominating us to the point where they're getting rid of Kefnets, you know? All right, so kill this. All right, Supreme Will. They found the Tail's End. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah. They didn't Tail's End the finding it, though. That's kind of the surprising part. I guess this way they get to keep it. And we're done. It's definitely over at that point. Oh, okay, on to the next one. All right, this is our only green source, which is a little bit awkward, but tap lands are also a little bit awkward. Keepable? Doomblade, Signet, find any green source and we're good. Yeah, I think we keep it. I like Tyvar Kell as a way to go wide, ramp, and eventually have card draw potentially. So which tap land do I play out first? Bojuka Bog doesn't do a whole lot. Garruk means they are going to be playing some graveyard synergy. So let's go ahead and throw out the Barren Moor. I think I want to play it as a land more so than drawing. Usually it's better to hold on to that, but we'll see. All right, so Deadlands, Signet, Incubation Druid is really nice. That gives us a good thing to play next turn. Pass the turn. Assassin's Trophy. Unfortunately, I can't target my own stuff. Yeah, Incubation Druid. And Bojuka Bog. Exile that graveyard. Fear me. Pass the turn. All right, well, we have green mana. I think I probably play out Tyvar Kell. I get to put the counter onto Incubation Druid as well, right? So... Oh, it's only colors that a land would produce that I control. Right. Oops. All right, well, Doomblade and Dreadhorde Invasion, I guess. Yeah, let that resolve. Dreadhorde Invasion. Pass the turn. Right, I totally forgot that it's only black mana until we have a green source. Oh, I was just thinking we have a green source so we can play that. It's fine. Not so. Okay, command tower's nice though. All right, now we can play out Huntsman. Destroy and draw a card. Let's see, Tyvar Kell. How much mana does that give me? I get to untap, get 3 mana. Let me just see here. I'm playing this for green anyway, so green. 1, 2, 3. I get to 5 mana. So Gargaroth. Yeah, no, let's just go Garruk Huntsman. Another land and we can do quite a bit of stuff, but. Alright, destroy, draw a card. Dude, your commander is a pretty cool dude. I decided to play it. Alright, so they had their own Garruk. They can kill Incubation Druid. They don't have enough damage with this 1/1 spider, so I think it's just making Wolfies here, which we're okay with. We'll take 1 and get a 2/2 instead. Dina. All right. Let's play Tyvar. Let's add green mana. Play out Assassin's Trophy. Untap it, play out Fiend Artisan. You can also play Lisette right now. Okay, counter onto this one, untap it. Yeah, let's go ahead and Assassin's Trophy. The issue is that gives them a land they can replay it again on the next turn, potentially, but let's go ahead and let them do so. It's 0 creatures in my graveyard right now, so a little bit awkward. Create some Wolfies. Play Fiend Artisan. And pass the turn. Man, no ways to gain life. Well, I guess we could have played out Gargaroth there, I guess. Murder Strider kills our Garruk. That's kind of fine. That means they're not playing theirs. It's a beast. Okay. All right, so I want Gargaroth before Valentin. And ways to be gaining life. And so let's add green mana here. How much can I play out actually? I can play out a lot of stuff. Gargaroth. I can untap here. Yeah, yeah. Incubation Druid with Tyvar is so good. So then Lisette. And Dina or Sentinel? I think it's Dina. Does it say whenever an elf spell is cast, I can draw a card? So yeah, I hold on to that in case I get up to the ultimate. It's a few things. All right, zombie army, I want to get bigger. I think right now we're just blocking, so no attacks. Pass the turn. Yeah, Tyvar's kind of weird in a non-elf deck. At the same time, though, it works all within itself. Like, if you are just wanting a little bit of ramp, if you are just wanting a couple things here and there, okay, no way to gain life. That's the worst. I have some 1-mana creatures I can sacrifice and gain life with. That's probably what we do. So Fiend Artisan next. Already created a beast. Killing the Incubation Druid, I feel like, is a really important thing for them to do at some point here, too. We have, I think, like 5 elves in the deck as well for Tyvar. Ultimate. Right, kills. I'm fine with that. Tyvar isn't that important here. If they're not killing Lisette, that's huge. And letting us draw a card. Sweet. Ooh, and Fountain of Renewal. Okay. Okay, play Swamp. Play Fountain of Renewal. Do I want to like pay a lot and get like a Thrag Tusk? Trying to think of what my deck is here. Trusty Dusty MTGA Assistant, which by the way, link down in the description below, helps support the channel. You can see what cards you want here. Noxious Gear Hulk is interesting. It doesn't kill Planeswalkers though, unfortunately. So I think it's probably just 1 mana 1 and go grab a... Yeah, so let's just do this. Let's go sacrifice with Fiend Artisan. X1. Sacrificing a Wolfie. Each group I control. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was all groups or not. I could grab like a Veto or some other stuff. Night Market Lookout's a little bit interesting. Yeah, I think it's Healer of the Glade. This is the reason it's in the deck, is that I can... It's a good ETB effect. I can activate this ability quickly. I should have played out Sentinel first. Oops. All right, everything gets trample. I can attack in pretty aggressively. I think that we just do that again on the next turn, though. We get the counter from this one. We get counters from other stuff. So as long as Lisette survives, they're stuck on cards. They have Cursed Huntsman, which they can probably kill with. How much mana do they have? Okay, they have enough to bring out Cursed Huntsman. So killing Lisette is annoying. But we have enough mana to replay it. So let's just pass the turn. I'm waiting until this gets up to a 6/6 and we can get some lifelink with that as well. Pelucranos. Yikes. I can also kill a Lisette. Also prevents damage with blocks, so no lifelink. Give something trample. Sure. Yeah, it brings Pelucranos down to a 1/1, so sure. Yeah, take action in the command zone. Okay, so passing my turn. Gain some life. Get this up to a 6/6. Winding Constrictor is fun. So play out Lisette. What else do I have? How much mana do I have now? So I have 3, 4. So I can get a 3/3. What else gains us life when it enters the battlefield? Gilded Goose can come in. I can sacrifice it, and I have 4 mana to give something else. So I do actually have enough to get something there. Opponent scoops it up. Yeah, I mean, they had the Garruk play, which I'm surprised they didn't really go for. They still were in the game, kind of, but we also had a Stonewall. Lisette can keep coming out. We have plenty of mana with Incubation Druid. Like, they had to get rid of Lisette to not have everything else get too crazy. And the rest of this was just an engine. And then with the Dreadhorde invasion to start getting bigger, 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 they're gonna have to trade off with their guys or protect their stuff. Like, so we were on this turn and the next turn well ahead, and so that was pretty good. All right, up against Javier, and pretty sweet hand. Lots of ways to gain life and put some creatures out there. Not a lot of lands or ramp or anything like that, but I want to try this with 2 lands. I know it's probably not the right way to go. But we're going to go ahead and... Do I want to play Vault Scourge first or Thoughtseize? Let's go Thoughtseize. Warren Collects. Creature with Flying, Carnage Tyrant, Thorn Lieutenant. Let's take out the ramp, I guess. They can plummet and kill our Vault Scourge. That's fine. Now it's probably Sanctum of Stone Fangs, just because they can't actually destroy that. It does more for us in general. Never mind, now we play that. Absolutely play this. Thorn Lieutenant. Healer of the Glade. No land! Ah, dang it. Yep. Bad stuff. I need ways to gain life. This is a way to gain life on the upkeep automatically. So I do want just creatures out in the battlefield at some point tier 2. Let's go... Sanctum does more damage the earlier you get it out there, right? So we'll put it out there, pass the turn. These don't take very much to play out, so I'm fine there. I'd rather get out Veto before playing Healer of the Glade. I just like to hit a land. Wizard Brawl, cool. Okay, down to 20. I'm hoping they don't have too much more removal. Should we just play? Yeah, let's play Veto. Pass the turn. Veto is one of our infinite combo creatures, so it's a little bit scary to throw it out there right away. But it does block a Thorn Lieutenant. And it works with this next turn pretty well. Not a land. Okay, Healer of the Glade. Gain some life. Deal some damage. No reason to pay for it, so... Vault Scourge. They'll probably just throw out the Plummet right away. I'm okay with that. We don't... I think it is... We do have Beledros Witherbloom as the other flying creature they could kill. I don't think we have any others. You know what? I think we do actually have one other. Pass the turn. Questing Beast. Rude. Can't really do much about that for a couple turns. Later we can get a 4/4 to block it. Alright, Lisette is online. So play out Lisette. No attacks, pass the turn. Both of them, huh? Six damage. If they want to cast some like spell here, I'm kind of okay with that. Heroic Reinforcement is all they went for there? Sweet. All right, do I play out a Dread Presence? I don't play that out until I have a swamp. So gain a life. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to cycle with the green mana, so autopay. Oh, no, I need to play this out, don't I? I need to get up to bigger stuff, play more things out. It'd be nice to play that, but we need to play this out. Swing in with the 5/5. Unfortunately, this means I'm not blocking the questing piece, but I'm also doing more damage than they are, so... it's kind of okay. It does have trample down to 12 past the turn. Next turn it starts getting lifelink. So not trading off is actually the best thing it could have been. They have Vorinclex, Biogenic Ooze, and then Vorinclex. That's gonna be rough. Yeah, it's very rough. Primal Command can gain us life to 7 life. That actually, does that get us to lethal? If I had a land, it would. So for now, I think we just play Dread Presence out. Swing in here. All right, with Trample, it's right. Yeah, so now, as long as Veto stays alive and they don't gain any life here, we're good. Yeah, opponent scoops it up. Sweet. Oh, I forgot we had lethal with the Veto anyway because we gained the 7 life, huh? Right. That's right. Gain life link. I know what's going on. It's all good, guys. I know when I do good stuff. Oh, yay. All right, so I'm only putting in about 3 games. It kind of depends on how much time I end up taking on these ones. I don't want to make these videos too long because I feel like there are some games that can end up being like an hour long or whatever. And so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. We went 2-1 with this one. And so 2 wins, 1 loss. The deck seems fun. I really enjoy it. I'm not sure if it keeps track of these. Yeah, so any event type of things doesn't actually keep track of the stats with Aether Hub, so unfortunately. But MTG Assistant, yeah, check it out. Help the channel. Links down in the description below. It's a free download, and it helps support quite a bit. So thank you guys so much if you do that. But yeah, this deck, I'm a fan of it. I think it's fun. I think it's cool. I think there's things I could fix around it and make it cool. There's a lot of like fun, cute cards that could probably be replaced by better cards, but like Ochran Assassin, because we do have ways to put counters onto things, whatever, whenever it attacks, all creatures that can block do so. So if we can get this up to a 3/3, a 4/4, or something like that, it kills that many creatures, whatever its power is, that have to block it. And so that can be really good. If you make it big enough that they don't actually even kill it, it can be even better. And so it's a good thing to attack in with, but at the same time, like, it requires so many things for that card to be good, you know? At the same time, though, everything has to block it, and we can get in with other creatures, and that could be nice. Veto seemed really strong there. The hard part is it's 100 cards, so it's a little bit harder to find, but just having Veto and Exquisite Blood in there means that there's an infinite combo. I think with decks like this, when you have 100, suddenly it's pretty easy to fit those kinds of things in there. Just like if you have a potential combo that's in there, throw it in there. If you're in black, why not play that? Veto works with a lot of things. If you're gaining life anyway, it's all really good. And so also it gains us life whenever the opponent loses life. So if they shock themselves with a shock land, something like that, or whatever, we can end up putting counters onto creatures, and that's good. So I like the deck. It's a blast. Let me know down in the comments below which things you guys would add to it, which things you would change. I think it was pretty decent here, but definitely not like fine-tuned. I threw it together really quickly. And so anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.